Hi, so I've been getting more questions at my email address, bisexualsarecooler@gmail.com, and there's been one that I wanted to share with you guys, but I feel like there's a lot of you that might be experiencing this. The email reads, Hi, I'm a 20-year-old male. I realized through a lot of questioning for 3 years that I'm bisexual. I haven't told anyone yet and probably won't for a while. I started questioning when in high school people were asking if I was gay. I was 17 then, and for the most of my life I had fantasized about girls and wanted to be intimate with girls, and mostly watched straight porn. But I also occasionally fantasized about gay sex and watched gay porn. I never thought that it meant anything, but I guess it did. Anyways, the problem I need advice on is my mind tells me I should date women and have sex with them, but I still get anxiety and question my sexuality, and I go into depression over it. So, what are some ways to become confident in my sexuality and stop questioning all the time? That is a great question. And it's a little difficult to answer because I don't know exactly what's causing anxiety. So I'll just mention the 3 things that you can do as a bisexual to gain confidence in your bisexuality. First of all, it's the confidence in knowing that you are actual, like you qualify as a bisexual. And for that, I would point you to another video that I did called Are You Bisexual Quiz. It's a quiz, 1-question quiz that you answer and it tells you whether or not you're bisexual. So I'll direct you to that to determine if you are, if you qualify, type of thing. To gain confidence in terms of being able to share with others that you're bisexual and it doesn't like cramp your life, like prevent you from being the full person that you are, being authentic to who you are. I first would use an analogy like, remember that first time you got a pimple, like let's say on your nose when you were a kid and you had to go to high school, you had to go to school the next day. You thought your life would fall apart. You thought, oh my God, this is horrible. What am I going to do? My life is forever changed. And then you go there and you survive it, nothing really happens, and you gain confidence from that. So the next time you have a pimple, it doesn't affect your life as much. So that now when you're, as an adult, you get a pimple, you don't even think about it so much. That's gaining confidence. It's a step-by-step process where you are putting yourself in challenging situations, and you survive those situations, and then you gain confidence from having survived, knowing that you can survive in the future. So with bisexuality, it would be things like, for example, subscribing to a channel that talks about bisexuality. Clearly you're interested in videos if you're watching this. And it could be challenging to actually click on a button and then have it constantly coming through your feed, so it's constantly kind of like in your face sort of thing. And hey, that was a challenge for me initially, although I guess there really is no channel for bisexual except for this one. But in terms of being like LGBTQ sort of thing. And then past that, they're like joining Facebook groups like BiNet USA. Then past that, it's like joining actual organizations where you meet bisexuals in real life, like AMBI. There's a couple in Arizona. There's a couple in New York, all around the country, United States, and probably around the world. And then past that, there might be LGBT centers. There's some in Los Angeles. And then, of course, there's always coming out to people in real life, starting with people who you know will be the most accepting. And in each step, you gain confidence knowing that your bisexuality won't ruin your life, won't destroy the wonderful things you have going on, and that everything will be okay. So that's how you gain confidence in that. But I also wonder whether what you're asking goes down to something more fundamental to being a bisexual male. And this is something I'm about to talk about that I've never heard anyone ever talk about, but it's true. And it's gaining sexual confidence in your bisexuality. So as a bisexual male, how do you know that when you actually, are with a woman sexually, that you're going to get erect and you're going to be able to perform? Sexual performance anxiety for bisexuals. This is something, Lord knows this affected me a tremendous amount. I delayed losing my virginity to women because I was insecure about how my penis would respond when I was put in that situation. And a lot of bisexual men do because, part of the way you gain sexual stimulation is by thinking and watching gay erotica. So if you're watching that and you know that you get aroused by it, how much does it mean that you're also watch straight porn? Because there's also naked men in straight porn usually. So, you can watch gay porn with no women in it, and you watch straight porn with guys in it. So the only thing, Do you really need the women? Are you really being aroused by women? Sure, you might masturbate to the thought of women, but you just don't know until you're there and it plays in your mind. So I completely understand where you're coming from. And a lot of bisexual men do. It's the thing that we don't talk about. The way I gained confidence in that, and I can say that I am very skilled in the art of sex. I make my living writing erotic romance. And the reason why I am confident in that area now is because I started out by first asking myself, how can I give this person, a woman, pleasure if I were to have some sort of, performance default and I don't get erect. And it turns out that most women actually have orgasm because of oral sex, and not through intercourse. So if, oral sex you could always do. So knowing that I could always give pleasure to my partner no matter what helped me to gain confidence in putting myself in that situation. Also becoming intimately knowledgeable with the female anatomy, not in terms of just being in person, but in terms of books, like knowing, what arouses a woman, knowing what the G-spot is, knowing all these things, and just having confidence in knowing what I'm doing helped all the other anxieties that might be going on when I'm laying in bed there, because I know the subject matter quite well, and I was able to work through it that way. So really, like everything else, there's no way of really gaining confidence except by putting yourself in that situation and succeeding in small steps, along the way. So there it is. Sexual performance anxiety in bisexual men. It's not limited to bisexual men. It's something that men of all sexual orientations experience, and really it's less about your actual circumstances and more just about the anxiety itself. The anxiety itself is what leads to other things. So if you get yourself out of feeling anxiety, give yourself confidence in terms of just having knowledge, it makes everything else easier. It's just that bisexual men have a special type of sexual anxiety based on the fact that, that women are not the only way you gain sexual arousal, and that does play on your mind. It really does. But you can have confidence that as you gain more experience and you succeed on steps along the way, then it does go away, or at least it diminishes so much that it barely plays a factor. So I hope that was helpful. And I hope that was helpful for everyone else. And if anyone else has any questions about bisexuality, or looking for give me comments or something like that, you can write me at bisexualsarecooler@gmail.com. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and try and subscribe. And until the next video, stay cooler, my bisexual friend. Stay cooler. Bye.